taken. I spent the entire last video talking about how bad the Capitals were, and I'm probably going to spend this entire video just pumping their tires because they've been on an absolute heater. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Recaps from Chirpin DMV. My name is Ben, your source for all things Washington Capitals hockey. Now today we're talking about week 19. I think I really got lost on the tracks of the weeks a while ago. I'm pretty sure this is week 19. My lucky number, not a big deal. And this was a good week. So speaking of my lucky number, what a week to have a week. Week 19 was good to the Capitals, and it needed to be after their last tough stretch of games where last week I didn't even talk about the games, I just ranted. So yeah, we had a big test in Carolina. That was a 4-0 win. How are you today? Seattle Kraken, not a great team, but they beat Washington last time they played. 5-3 W. Smell you later, Kraken. Done with you for the year. Calgary, one of the hottest teams in the league, no pun intended, the Flames. Funny joke there. Yeah, we took it to them too, beat them. That was a 5-4 victory. So yeah, goal scoring back. Next night they had to play Edmonton. Back-to-backs are never easy. West Coast road trip and everything. So they lose that one in overtime. So 7 of a possible 8 points is what I like to call good. Very good, actually. So let's get into these games a little bit. So before the Carolina game, obviously Hagelin got hurt. Snively was hurt also. But Samsonov was a little banged up, so he couldn't dress in this one at all. Vitek takes the net, but we also got Anthony Mantha back in this one. Now, Anthony Mantha, like many of us, I forgot that he played for the team, but his return has been nothing short of vital. He is so goddamn good, it's ridiculous. This guy just dominates play every time he has the puck. He's either protecting the puck along the boards, making the right pass, he's going to get the puck, winning every board battle, throwing hits. His shot is a joke, it's so hard. So getting him back, and Justin Schultz was back too. But getting Mantha back is just one of the biggest sparks I've ever seen in a hockey team. And especially the first 10 minutes of this game was hashtag all caps in this one. They were dominating. Capitals get a 5-on-3. Kuzi snipes it. Nice screen by TJ Oshie, back of the net. Revenge tour, alive and well. Carolina gets a chance. Vitek, usually when teams, especially teams like Carolina, get golden scoring opportunities on Washington, I just assume they're going in because our goaltending has been not great is the term I'll use. It has been not great. But here, Vitek makes a massive save on the B-way, just extends a leg, huge pad save. Love to see that. Then Connor Sherry, who's bumped down to the fourth line, looked amazing. Connor Sherry's last few games have been unreal. This guy is so good. I remember we threw it on the Chirpin account, like overrated and underrated players on the team or contracts, and Connor Sherry showed up in the overrated so many times. What are you talking about? This guy makes $1.5 million. He has 15 goals already. He's sick. This guy is so vital to this team's success, especially when depth scoring was down. He never really slowed down. So Connor Sherry for life, just what a signing. Anyways, he makes the pass over to Martin Feravari, who scores. Then on the power play, which has been resurging a little bit. It's still low in like the standings, but it seems like every game they're getting at least one power play goal, which is a good start. And this one comes from the stick of Ovechkin from the office. He had a few chances early in the game, but you can only stop those for so long. He finds the back of the net with a bomb. And then I thought Mantha scored, but it was Dmitry Orlov. He scores in the final minute on the McNugget minute, so thanks Dmitry, on the power play. Again, I thought Mantha got it. He didn't. Capitals beat the Hurricanes 4-0. Suck on that, you loser franchise. And I know that they're doing better than Washington in the standings this year, but no, that is a loser franchise. They have no fans until they're good. Then all they talk about is how crazy their fan base is. Get out of here. You guys stink as a franchise. Brad Marchand buried you on Twitter. So yeah, take the 4-0 loss and frig off. We play them like 2 more times this month, so if they win, that's going to come back to bite me, but I don't care. Next up, we got the Kraken. Vanacek obviously back in net after a shutout. He looked unreal that entire game, so nice to see some solid goaltending coming to light here. We got Axel Jonsson-Fjallby, AJF, brought into the lineup as the Carl Hagelin replacement. He took out Daniel Sprong. Apparently now, I don't know how it works. It's like if he gets sent down, he has to go on waivers now, so he'll get claimed probably. So now I guess he's just with the team for the rest of the year. So when Carl Hagelin has to lead the lineup, you put in fake Carl Hagelin. So that's what we're rolling with for the rest of the year. Capitals pick up right where they left off. Tommy Wilson scores a beautiful goal. Ovi comes in, like spins through traffic, like he's just like playing with the puck, tips it off over to Wilson. Wilson undresses the D-man, puts it in on the backhand and like falls. Just a beautiful goal from Tom Wilson. Skill on display right there. You know that thing people say he doesn't have because he's a goon? Yeah. Beautiful goal from Tom Wilson. Ryan Reeves could literally never do that. Then Orlov, Dmitry having a hell of a year. He just looks so good in every game this year. It's so nice to see. Not that he's ever like been noticeably bad, but this year in particular just looks so good. One-timer, he finds the back of the net. Caps are up 2-0. The Kraken would score twice, but then Connor Sherry, working hard on the second power play unit, just digging at pucks in front. He puts it in the back of the net. Just what a signing. This guy working his absolute bag off like he always does. And then get this, Ovechkin power play from the office in back-to-back games. What did we do to deserve this beam of light that is descending upon us from the hockey gods? We got Ovi back-to-back power play goals, shutting out Carolina, getting goaltending. Anthony Mantha coming back and look amazing after missing so many months of hockey with a major injury. I guess the hockey gods are like, you know what? They have had a tough couple of months. Let's just give them the most they could ask for. And that's happening right now. And then who else? Connor Sherry, empty net goal. Just what a signing. I just keep talking about this guy. Capitals take the 5-2 victory over the Seattle Kraken. Then we got the Calgary Flames. Like I said, one of the hottest teams in the league. But this game, Backstrom and Ovi's 1,000th game together as teammates. Are you kidding me? These two absolute titans of industry, these legends of the sport. Just two of my absolute favorite human beings of all time. Just 1,000 games together, being only like the 9th duo to ever do that in NHL history. That's just unreal. I'm so happy about that. And for this game, Vanacek obviously back in the net because you ride the hot hand, and that is him right now, undeniably. But things are looking bad at first. The Flames score fairly early, but it's disallowed. Again, hockey gods, thank you. The Flames would strike first after having the goal disallowed. Elias Lindholm, obviously he's also just as hot as any player on Washington. He scores to make it 1-0. But then on a turnover like 9 minutes into the second period, Calgary scores to make it 1-0. But then Connor goddamn Sherry, Eller gets a good chance, comes to Sherry right in the slot. He just snipes it. 4th goal in 4 games. I can't stress it enough how good this guy is. Especially like the role he's playing. Like he was on like the 3rd line and the 4th line, and he's still putting up the goals. Like he's just, obviously he's a smaller guy, so how hard he has to work is just nuts, and he just does it every game, and he's getting rewarded lately. I love Connor Sherry. There, I said it. And then Ovechkin. These are the only two guys I'm talking about, Sherry and Ovechkin. Ovechkin lays the hit on Tanev down in the Calgary zone. Puck comes out to, I think it was Sean Monahan, someone on the Flames. Ovi picks it off him and just snipes it top shelf over Vladar. Ovi just, 3 goals in 3 games now. He's buzzing, and the Capitals are buzzing. But at the start of the third, it's pretty much all Calgary. And then obviously, like the puck's been in Washington's end the entire start of the period. They get a shot. It goes off McMichael's stick. Hey, McMichael's scoring. And Calgary ties the game up. But then Ant-Man, Anthony Mantha, finally, he scores. He just rips this puck. He pulls it from his backhand to his forehand so fast, shoots it through the D's legs, and just roofs it. What a goal. First goal back since his injury. Of course, Vrana scored the same night in his first game back. These two are connected at the hip, separated at birth, I don't know. Mantha scores to tie the game up, but then right away, Nick Dowd, the best 4th line center in hockey, I'm not going to say no. He gets the puck on the boards after AJF goes in and gets it for him. Nice work by the kid. And then he just makes the move and snipes it past Vladar to make it 4-3 Washington to take the lead. And then empty net goal. Puck gets rimmed around Washington's zone. Tom Wilson's slick little play to move it back to Ovi. Ovi puts it in for like his 8th empty netter of the year, but also his 766th goal to tie Jaromir Jagr for 3rd all time. Are you kidding me? 3rd all time? You know what that means? I shouldn't have to tell you what that means, but that means there's 2 people in the history books above Ovechkin in goals scored. That's absurd. Imagine thinking that when this kid came into the league. Like obviously he was scoring 50 in his rookie year, but to think that he would be 3rd all time is just bananas. So congrats to Ovi, just the absolute GOAT, the undeniable GOAT of hockey right now. Calgary scored with like 40 seconds left to make it a 1-goal game, but Ovi's empty netter ends up being the game winner. They take down Calgary in a good game where they just didn't give up, basically. They got scored on 3 times technically first, but it was 2-0. They stormed back, and then eventually eventually just won the game. That's what you like to see if you have a bad start. Like, even when they were getting outplayed, like, they would just fight through it, go down and score a goal. So hell of a win. VTech obviously keeps the train chugging along. On the very next night, we got the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously Samsonov was in net for this one, rightfully so, back to back. Give VTech a little bit of a rest, and he looked outstanding in this one, no joke. Like, obviously we've all been complaining about Samsonov lately. First period, the Oilers had 20 shots. Like, obviously that's more of a testament to how bad the defense was on Washington. Also, Oilers just came out of the gate hot. Washington played the night before, traveling, stuff like that. But still, 20 shots in the first period. Sammy makes all the saves, and they were not like just shots from the perimeter. They were in tight, good chances. He was standing his ground, making the big saves, so love to see that. And had he not played like that, this game could have got out of hand early like the last time they played Edmonton, but it didn't. And then Backstrom ends up scoring the first goal. Just this weird spinorama backhand on net, goes 5 holes. So Backstrom's at point 999 at this point in his career, and you just knew that he wasn't ending with 999 points. Then the Oilers, they score after killing off a couple of Capitals power plays, and then they get a power play of their own. They find the back of the net, and then Cody Ceci scores after on just the most bogus goal I've ever seen. It was like a scramble in front, puck went up in the air, Ceci hit it once, and then backhanded it again out of midair over Sammy's shoulder. Like, what could the guy do? It was just a really weird goal. Then Backstrom finds John Carlson. He snipes, and there it is. Nick Backstrom has 1,000 points. Everyone's celebrating. Everyone's going crazy, myself included. I'm already writing up my tweet, my really creative, clever way of mixing the letter 1,000 into Backstrom's name somehow, and then it's being reviewed for offside. And I just wanted to kill myself, if I'm being honest. Like, I was like, no way they're doing this right now. And then you hear TJ Oshie mic'd up, and even Backstrom says after, he's like, I'm pretty sure that was offside because the puck was in Oshie's feet. It was no goal. That was a double negative for me because the John Carlson goal just means I get to blast it out on Twitter in front of everyone. I didn't get to do that here. But then later on in the game, Backstrom feeds it up to Oshie on the power play. Oshie just coming in off the rush. He doesn't button hook. He doesn't look for the pass. He just shoots it, and it goes in. It's a snipe. Capitals tie the game up. Backstrom has his 1,000th point. Now, I love Nicklas Backstrom. His jersey is right there. I have a Nick Backstrom jersey there. He is top 2 favorite players of all time. Him and Ovechkin are like 1A, 1B, and they always have been, because Ovi is obviously, if you're a Washington fan, he's your favorite player. He's one of the best players to ever play the game. He's the greatest goal scorer to ever play the game. But Nick Backstrom, just the way he goes about business that's how I like to watch hockey be played. That's how I like to try and play hockey. Obviously, I play it at 1/1000th of the level that Backstrom can do it, but like, I like seeing players just completely stump defense the way Backstrom does. The way he makes them look so foolish by doing almost nothing. Just by holding on to the puck a little longer than they think, being patient, making trick passes that no one can see but him. His vision is just, I think, the best in the NHL. Just in terms of pure playmaking, I think he's the best in the NHL. That's my take. So congrats to Nicky Backstrom on 1,000 points. He's destined for the Hall of Fame now. He's the 40th player ever to get 1,000 points. You got to get in the Hall of Fame at that point. Nick Backstrom, the most underrated player of his generation, without a doubt. So congrats, Nicky. And then I sent out a tweet talking about this guy, Brad Malone. And no disrespect to Brad Malone, but I heard on the broadcast he got his first point since 2016. So I looked him up, and it was true, obviously. And I tweeted out, I'm like, how, like, the Oilers are complaining about losing games. This guy is listed as a center. I don't know what they have him playing. He doesn't have a point in 6 years. And he's like he's a regular in your lineup. I tweeted out, I'm like, no, like, the Oilers are wondering why they lose games, and you're like employing this guy and he's occupying ice time. And then wouldn't you know it, Zach Kassian throws a behind the back pass behind the net and feeds Brad Malone right out front, who's naked, and he scores to give the Oilers the lead late in the game. Obviously, that was my fault. And it looked like all hope was lost on the shoulders of Brad Malone. And then the Capitals pull their goalie. Things are looking dire. John Carlson, puck's rimmed around. There's only like 5 seconds left. He looks like he's about to take the slap shot. While looking at the net, he fakes a shot, moves it over to Oshie, who's above the hash marks but wide open in the middle of the ice, and he just rips a slap shot and snipes it with 2 seconds left. I was going nuts. This is one of the craziest regular season goals that I've ever witnessed. This probably is like in line with his goal against Pittsburgh when he got knocked out of the game twice and then came back and scored in the final minute. So Oshie is just captain clutch in the regular season and playoffs. Actually, he has some big goals there too, and he ties the game with like 1.8 seconds left to secure a point in this game where they probably didn't deserve a point. The Oilers outplayed them a lot, and it was a back-to-back and everything, but still they earned the point. Overtime, McDavid and Draisaitl are coming down on a 2-on-1 on a large Eller. So yeah, they scored and they won. Regardless, Sammy looked amazing in this game, which is awesome to say, awesome to see. VTech has been amazing all week pretty much. The boys are rolling again, they're scoring, they're tightening it up defensively like I said last game, but the scoring's improved, the power play's improving, penalty kills improving, goaltending's improving. Those were the 4 big ones, and now things are looking good. Obviously, hockey's a lucky game, it's a streaky game. They went through a tough streak. Right now they're kind of on the uptick, and you gotta hope it stays that way. Whew, okay, that's it. That's all the games this week. Thank you so much for watching. We have a new podcast dropping today, so listen to that before the Vancouver game tonight at 10. So 10 p.m. Wow, that is a late game. But anyways, hopefully we get to see a sample of what Brock Besser's like, you know, because he's going to be on Washington soon. I don't know. Rumors are out there. I'm just saying. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Congratulations again, Nick Backstrom, on 1,000 points. You're an absolute legend. I love you with all of my heart. Stay tuned for the next one. And the cup is back in our sights. So I'm all in. Peace out.